Russell Wilson extends the hands he has. Wilson, quick throw. And it's intercepted.
It's got to be one of the dumbest calls offensively in Super Bowl history.
Incredible comeback to win the NFC Championship, but they're going to come up 5 yards short here in Super Bowl 49.
Well, after a tough loss in Super Bowl 49, our next guest is now a free agent and could be looking for a new place to call home. We welcome in Seattle quarterback Byron Maxwell. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, man, thanks for having me.
Yeah, so they were giving you a hard time, but that means they just like you and they're welcoming you in, and we love you to be here.
Who's giving him a hard time?
This one over here. He gives everyone a hard time. Yeah. Anyway, so listen. Let's get right to it. I would be fined if I didn't ask this, but I'm done. So let's go back to the 1 yard. That play. The interception. You're on the sideline. What are you thinking? Walk us through it.
Man, I'm thinking we about to win. We about to go and win the game. I'm about to be back-to-back championship, but things happen, and that's football. That's part of it. I can't dwell on it. You know what I'm saying?
You absolutely can't dwell on it, but we were shocked. We all thought that was it. It was a wrap, just like you said. We thought you all be back-to-back Super Bowl champions. So were you upset? Were you angry? What was the reaction? Were you guys shocked?
Yeah, the natural reaction obviously is to be shocked and be angry at whoever you think called the play and all. But that's part of the game. You win and lose as a team at the end of the day. So that's the things you got to bring yourself back to, and you can't point fingers because at the end of the day, we gave up the 10-point lead in defense. So for me to point fingers at somebody else, that's not right.
Do you ever get over a loss like that?
It takes time. It takes time, but I think I'm there. And I mean, every time I see it, it cringes and it's
that's
like,
okay.
But it'll probably be like that forever. Yeah.
Freddie.
I'm glad you mentioned because so many guys in your locker room, Bruce Irvin, your teammate, was very strong with what he had to say about that play cost us the Super Bowl championship. And you said that, you finally gotten to a place where, okay, I'm past that. But how long did that take you to finally, okay, you know what? I got to let this go. I can't let this eat me up anymore.
I wouldn't say it's immediately, but it's one of those things, like just being honest with yourself. We did give up the 10-point lead. We did have the lead. And a great defense, what we pride ourselves on, wouldn't give up that. So you gotta. It's like self-checking yourself, I guess, what you want to do.
Marshawn Lynch kind of self-checked maybe the team when he was talking to Turkish TV, and he said he wasn't putting out the conspiracy theory, but a lot of people had that about Russell Wilson, the face of the franchise, having him be the hero instead of Marshawn Lynch, and a lot of people not from planet Earth are thinking that's why they wanted Russell Wilson to throw the ball in that situation. What are your thoughts on this whole theory that people may have about Russell Wilson, the face of the franchise? They wanted him to be the MVP, or he has to make those plays instead of Marshawn Lynch?
Oh, I mean, those theories is just it's ludicrous to me. Because to be honest with you, I mean, Pete Carroll, whoever made the call, is only thinking about winning the game at that point in time. You can't tell me he's thinking about anything else. He's thinking about winning the game, and period. So, and he's doing whatever he can to win the game. So, I don't think about theory or nothing like that. That's dumb and stupid to me. Whatever.
You all said that you feel, you take consideration you lost a 10-point lead. But at the end, like you said, watching the play again, it still bothers you. Do you feel that you all lost the game or they won it?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. To be honest with you, I can't answer that because I don't. Because
the year before, y'all know y'all won it. Y'all took care of Denver, it was done. That's settled. But in a game like this, when it comes down to that, that's why I was asking it. Just does it, in your mind, you're like, we gave that to them or they earned it? Does that,
I mean, either way,
the end result is the same.
Yeah.
All right. So our Adam Schefter reports that you made an unusual move by firing your agent before free agency begins. Can you tell us, are you staying in Seattle or are you taking your talents elsewhere?
I don't know. And that's the honest answer. Yes, I would love to be in Seattle. That's what I know. But at the same time, this is a business. I got to do, what's best for my family. So that's the things we gotta weigh all those things when you're looking at free agents and staying versus going.
I'm glad you mentioned that because a lot of people were wondering about you when you took over Brandon Browner. And then you were a playmaker as well because you knew people were going to come your way because Richard Sherman doesn't get thrown at. What did it say to you that here you are about to be a free agent, unrestricted free agent? You're going to get a lot of suitors coming your way, Byron, because of your ability. What does it mean to you after what you had going into last year and now you're going to be a celebrated player as an unrestricted free agent?
I definitely think I'm proven because I got all the balls. Richard Sherman don't get hit thrown at all. But that's part of being playing with somebody great. So and it forces you to be step your game up. So that's part of competition. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So honestly, I'm excited about free agency, man. I really am. We'll see.
Does your mind go through a situation like that? Like there are certain teams that you'd like to go to? Like do you look at certain teams like I can see myself there, I can see myself there? Or at this point, are you just wide open to anything?
I mean, of course I'm looking at teams where I see myself at. And the important thing is scheme. And that's very important to me. And if the organization is committed to winning. So I can't go back to that,
Right. You see, in the NBA, a lot of players, when they go through free agency, they look at teams like in the past and say, you know what, they're one player away, and I'm that one player that can take them over the hump. Football is so wide. Do you go through the same thing? And you look at teams like, you know what, they're one back away from boom, and I could be that dude.
Definitely. I mean, definitely. But I think more so what I'm bringing to the table is my mentality to winning. Understand that you do need a team. The defense, our defense, because we were so great, is because we played as a team and we had multiple guys that were great. Not just one guy. Yeah. 'Cause you can't get it done in football with just one guy. So you need a lot of pieces in the puzzle to win this game. That's definitely when I'm looking at free agent, what I'm looking into.
There's a team in Philadelphia.
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
$50 million in cap space.
They're trying to get it out of you.
Wait.
But you're like, you're not going there.
You need a guy like you.
He's not answering the question, apparently.
What about Philly?
Go down the list.
I mean, it's definitely Philly. You look at them because they run the same type of defense. They're committed to winning. They're gonna win. So it's definitely you look at all those teams. You
can just throw out some names, no particular order.
Yeah, no tampering charges here, so you don't have to worry about that.
Philly.
Obviously, Atlanta, but I mean, just because I'm familiar with with Dan Quinn, and it's a lot of teams out there, that you can see yourself with.
You're gonna leave it at there. Philly and Atlanta. At least we got that.
There was a report by Jason Cole, the Bleacher Report, that he talked to NFL players about the culture that Chip Kelly is trying to put in. That players are kind of leery about going there because he values the system more than players. If you have a sit-down meeting with Philadelphia, let's say Chip Kelly's going to sell you on the culture and the system and what he wants to do, what is your reaction going to be based on what we've seen Philadelphia do, trading LaShawn McCoy away and other players that may not have fit the program or fit the culture of Chip Kelly?
I don't think we would have a problem, me and Chip Kelly, just because I think we want the same thing. We want to win championships. We want to go to Super Bowls. So I don't think anywhere I go, let's just say Chip Kelly, I think everybody has that goal in mind.
All right, so next Tuesday, we can find out something sooner than later. This weekend, we're allowed to find out who your new agent will be. Is that correct? Are you making an announcement then?
I am.
Okay. And then by Tuesday, you'll have perhaps a new home, or maybe you'll be with Seattle. What do you think? How long will it take?
I have no idea.
We're trying to get it out of you. You want to say?
We really are.
I really have no idea.
You're good at stonewalling. Very good, by the way.
All right. So what are you going to do with your downtime? You going back to Florida? You hanging out? Anything good going on in your life you want to share before we let you go?
I'm just taking it easy, relaxing. I'm waiting for this great opportunity I got coming.
All right. Good. Good for you. We wish you the best of luck. We really do.
I got a suggestion, man. Hire that man as your agent. Let him y'all do the power meeting right now.
I'm telling you.
And he'll walk you through. And he needs that 10%.
10%? Oh.
Yeah.
He's like 4. Byron Maxwell, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. I'm mad that they're negotiating with you. What's going on? We just lost complete control.
Jackson Law Firm.
Close mouth don't get fed. You gotta throw your head out.
Coming up next, Ray Allen is not playing this season. What does that mean for the NBA? We debate that after the break. Thank you for joining us. I'm sure you've already hired your agent. You do not need Freddie Jackson.
No, he doesn't need any help from me. He doesn't need any help.